Sarah Bond stepping away from Xbox is sparking a lot of controversy and some theories about what actually took place behind the scenes of what was going on at Microsoft. And not everything is what it seems. And just because Microsoft tells you that they're stepping away or stepping down isn't necessarily what's happening. Sarah Bond, president of Xbox since 2022, is leaving Microsoft. She was widely seen as Spencer's heir apparent. I've covered how Microsoft's elevation of Sarah Bond, a former McKinsey consultant from a firm deeply invested in corporate DEI frameworks. If you're not familiar with McKinsey consultants, it's basically a DEI company that is in business to place DEI hires. That actually exists in the modern era that we're living in, was emblematic of the DEI era leadership trend in gaming. Now that she's exiting, maybe the industry is finally starting to course correct and get back to its roots. But this is still modern Microsoft, so don't hold your breath, which, definitely don't hold your breath on that. But I do want to get into some conspiracy theories and questions surrounding her leaving, because it was very strange what happened shortly after she stepped down. Legacy Killer said, very likely Sarah Bond quit when finding out she was being passed over as Microsoft Gaming CEO. Bond was long viewed as Spencer's successor. Microsoft obviously wanted to go in a different direction. And this is quote tweeting Wokey Shinobi, who has me blocked, who says, former Xbox president Sarah Bond posted this just 3 hours ago on LinkedIn. This is before she was part of the announcement of stepping down. It's almost like she had no idea that she was going to be out of a job by the end of the day. This is on LinkedIn. We'd love to learn more about how you play so we can continue improving Xbox accessibility features. When everybody plays, we all win. Heart with the hands, gaming for everyone. Quote tweeting Anna Weismeyer. Xbox Research is conducting a survey to learn how players use in-game settings and accessibility options, because this is where the focus has been for Xbox for the better part of the decade. Accessibility options, because that's where the real demand for gamers is. I'm not saying it shouldn't happen. I think it's a great thing that Xbox is leading the forefront of accessibility features for people that need it. I think that's awesome. But my goodness, they went like not just both feet in, they dove into that pool and never came out of it. Like, you forgot about the gaming stuff. You're so focused on accessibility that you're not actually caring about the gamers that want the games. But this is curious because she posted this 3 hours before the press release of her apparently stepping down. What took place in those 3 hours to make her step down? When I said on X, fires employees and replaces them with AI, hires head of AI to run Xbox division, claims they will not flood the ecosystem with soulless AI slop. What business strategy is this? And we have Asha Sharma, who is the person that is replacing Sarah Bond and the person that is coming from Microsoft AI, had this very interesting reply. And again, Alex Jones, tinfoil hat theory time. Captain Jonah C. Claw says, I'm going to say it. There was a scandal. Corporations don't just let go of executives suddenly. That is announced in advance and celebrated. Phil was forced to retire. Sarah was given the choice to resign or be fired. This suggests something serious, not just fumbling studios. I just let that sit for a second there because I read that and I was like, curious. I'm always down for a good conspiracy theory. I almost feel like whatever you can think of these days, it ends up being true eventually. So sure. Dustin says, Sarah Bond just commented on LinkedIn about today's shakeup at Xbox. Here's her statement. So after she posted about the accessibility features, 3 hours later, she's like, sharing with gratitude the note I sent to my team today. Grateful to our players, developers, partners, and team. Forever a fan of Xbox. Hi, team. I know there's a lot of news to take in today. I'm incredibly proud of what we've built together over the past 8+ years. PC and cloud gaming are growing faster than ever. Our next console is well underway, And together, we've helped lay the foundation for a more open gaming platform that spans devices and reaches players around the world. When we announced our intention to acquire Activision Blizzard in 2022, I committed to helping lead Xbox through what would be a critical period of change. Over the past 4 years, we've navigated that moment together and positioned the business for what comes next. We took on some of the biggest challenges this organization has ever faced, and we did it as one team. With that, I've decided this is the right time for me to take my next step, both personally and professionally. I'm telling you guys straight up, when the information came down from the top from Satya Nadella saying, hey, Sarah, you're actually going to be demoted and we're going to be putting this Asha Sharma person above you. You got to like deal with this. Or they said, hey, this person's taking the position. We have no need for you anymore. One of those two things happened. We don't know if there was some sort of scandal or controversy that happened behind the scenes to cause that to happen, but something happened to make that conversation take place. We're living through a transformative technological era that will shape the next generation of our industry, and I'm energized by what's ahead. By leaving the company that you were supposed to be the heir to Phil Spencer, and now someone else took that position. Like the comedy, by the way, of a DEI hire being replaced by a nepotistic Indian will not be missed by me. This moment also presents a unique opportunity for fresh eyes and new leadership to guide the team into its next chapter. I've had the privilege of spending time with Asha over the last few weeks as we've planned for this transition. Bullshit. 3 hours before you posted this, you were talking about Xbox inclusivity and accessibility features. Miss me with this. We're supposed to just buy these lies. She brings deep technology and commerce experience, along with a strong track record of building and scaling platforms that the world uses. Xbox deserves this. I'm excited to see her lead the next chapter. I bet you are. I'll remain on as a special advisor to Asha to help ensure a smooth transition. What's a special advisor? Here's my phone number. Please don't call me. I want to thank Phil for his mentorship and friendship over the years. He's been a consistent champion of this business and the people who make it what it is. And I've learned a great deal from the way he leads through both opportunity and challenge. I'm grateful for his trust and support throughout my time on the team. I also want to thank Satya for his sponsorship and support throughout my time at Microsoft. What sponsorship? That's an interesting word. As I prepare to sign off, I've been reflecting on 3 simple questions I've tried to use to guide my days. Did I bring my best? Did I help someone else succeed? Did I do my best work? Aren't 1 and 3 the same thing? I hope the answer has been yes for many of you. It's been a privilege to work alongside this team. Always, Sarah. So the DEI hire of Sarah Bond is no longer. Nib says, not only did Sarah Bond resign, but there's over 400 words from Satya in his statement on the shakeups today. And while he mentions the others, not once does he even mention Sarah Bond's name in the entire statement of all the changes that were happening today. What a kick in the teeth. Holy. Gabriel says, Sarah Bond resigning is so strange. For years, she was considered to be Phil Spencer's heir as CEO of Xbox. I firmly believe that something must have happened for her to leave alongside him. What in the world is happening at Microsoft? Well, don't worry, guys, because according to Samira, yes, more Black women in the gaming industry. Kata, Samira, read it again, please. Samira, wow, I read that fast. I'm hurt. Good Lord. They just want a champion because it's a Black person that's been leading Microsoft for how many years, and you just found out about that today, the day she leaves, and you thought she's the one that got hired. DBNG saying, Sarah Bond resigning on Black History Month? Microsoft must have did her dirty. And Mugen Lord saying, the smartest move for this system. But best believe when everything would have come crashing down, all the blame on her. which she would have deserved. Like, what? What did she fucking do, man? What did she do while she was there? Besides steer directly into a collision course with DEI destruction, what did she do for Microsoft's Xbox division? They would have forgotten all the fuck-ups from Microsoft in the past and placed it all on her. Again, Microsoft fucks up a lot. Not going to try to give them a pass here. But again, what did Sarah Bond actually accomplish while she was president and head of one of the biggest, if not the biggest gaming divisions in the entire world? She was set up to be a fall woman, in my personal opinion. Don't hire DEI hires then. Miss me with this. She was set up to be a fall person. Come on. Come on. And then on top of that, Phil, imagine believing he retired before the 25th anniversary, which is just like a few months away, by the way. Your hero got fucking laid off. I said, Sarah Bond leaving Xbox. I have to go. My planet needs me now. Note, Poochie died on the way back to his home planet. The Simpsons predicted how Sarah Bond would leave. Just not with any kind of notoriety or excitement. No, up and gone like a fart in the wind, saying, hey, it was great to be here. I was glad to be a part of all the massive changes at Xbox for the better part of whatever long I was here for. The online division is growing by leaps and bounds, and I'm being replaced. What happened today? Be honest with you, because Microsoft can't be honest. They have to corpo speak to make it seem like everything's fine. Don't ask questions, just consume product. But what Microsoft did today, don't let it get twisted here. They tried to tell you that everything's fine. They inserted a nepotistic hire that knows nothing about gaming. Just she's Indian of Indian descent from Satya Nadella, who's Indian of Indian descent, putting her in charge of a massive division of gaming on planet Earth because she has experience with AI. And the first thing she says is, we're not going to make the games AI. We care about the people behind the games, from the same company that just laid off 7,000 people and replaced them with AI. They are lying to you. All of them are lying to you. And if anyone falls for this shit, you deserve to be fooled. It's so obvious. It's embarrassing. Sarah Bond was pathetic. She should have been gone long ago. I thought the day that came that she'd be gone, that it would be easy to replace her with literally anyone. You could have gotten like a rock you found on the street and put it on a desk and be like, yeah, that's taking the place of Sarah Bond. It doesn't really do anything, but it's not fucking shit up either. It's just there. They found a way to somehow get worse than what they had. So my faith in Xbox as a division in gaming is not great. And again, I've said this before multiple times. I don't see Microsoft's Xbox division lasting more than 3 years. Maybe with all the money Microsoft has and they keep doubling down, tripling down, maybe 5 years. No more than that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's gone in the next year, though. Like, seriously, this kind of stuff happens really fast. The only reason why they are still continuing on with it and trying to salvage it right now, and salvage is the word, the only reason they're doing that is because of all the billions of dollars, of $80+ billion between Activision, Blizzard, King, and Bethesda. All that money in the past, 5 years, 7 years? They haven't seen any kind of return on investment on it. So they need to stay. They need to keep making games to try to extract money out of it. And what this is turning into is just we're going to see what we can make as it goes burning down. That's what this looks like to me. And the decisions that Microsoft made today, to me, doubles down on that theory. I'm very curious about why Sarah Bond left, though, and if we'll actually ever find out the real reason. But for now, I'll leave that there. It will never die completely. Yeah, true. I should say that. I don't mean like they're never going to make games 5 years from now. They'll always be making games. They'll still have their, unless they sell off their studios, which they might do a fire sale on that, actually. So yeah. Who knows what the future holds? This is all speculation, but they keep talking about how they're working on their next console, and the next console's like deep in the research and R&D division, and they have all. I don't have any faith in that. If it does come out, it will flop. They will not have another one. It's done. Xbox is done. They've forgotten about their customers. They've gotten so encapsulated by the mind virus that's turned into actual comedy at their office. It's wild.